Dark Knight is one of my favorite movies of all time. There's just this amazing epic battle of good versus evil that just goes throughout the entire film. And there's an amazing hero named Batman and an awful villain named the Joker who go head to head throughout the entire movie over the soul of this city named Gotham City. Well, Batman, after he's been at it for a long time of saving this city and fighting crime and defeating bad guys year after year, is wearing down. He knows that he can't keep this up for forever, and that someone, an elected official of some sort, needs to be able to pick up the mantle and carry this forward if Gotham is going to survive long term. Well, in comes an elected mayor named Harvey Dent, and he's kind of nicknamed the White Knight because of how much tenacity he has, his go-get-'em attitude, where he locks up strings of the mob, and he's not afraid to take on all of these shots. He's not afraid for his life, and it looks like between Batman and Harvey Dent, Gotham is saved. Well, the Joker knows that if he has any shot at keeping Gotham under his control, he has to turn Harvey Dent. He has to turn the White Knight. So he turns up the heat on Harvey Dent and deceives this plan in order to flip him, in order to turn him. He steals his girlfriend away. He locks them both up to bombs, and he makes Batman make a choice of who's he going to save. Well, Batman shows up to save Harvey Dent, even though the Joker flipped the addresses. So Batman thought he was going to save Harvey's girlfriend, which ironically is Batman, the love of Batman's life. And so he goes to save the girl and shows up at Harvey's place. And Harvey hears the explosion go off that was his girlfriend. And so he is devastated. And he wakes up in the hospital, and half of his face is like melted off. And he becomes this new terrible villain. But in the movie, he says this line that is just profound. He said, "You either die a hero or you live long enough to turn into the villain." Well, he turned into the villain throughout the course of this movie. But there is this epic battle of good versus evil that wages all around us even now. And we have a villain just like the Joker, who is named the devil, who looks to go and turn us at every moment. If we're walking into the call that God has placed on our life, then he's turning and cranking up the heat on us to put obstacles in every way, shape, or form all around us. And if he can, he will turn us just like Joker turned Harvey Dent. Now, throughout Scripture, we see a history of this sort of thing. That there are villains throughout Scripture who started off as good people and turned into wicked, awful people within the Bible. And so we're going to take the next few weeks and go through this study, delving into the villains of the Bible so that we can learn from them and that we don't experience the downward fall that all villains have, that great demise. So join us as we investigate the villains of Scripture so that we can learn from their motives and the trip-ups that they've had so we can avoid the demise of villains and continue onwards on the straight, narrow, hard-to-find road that is the Christian life. I hope you'll join us. We're here on Facebook and YouTube Sundays, 9 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you all then soon. Stay well, friends.